Heading into the next event, but he's got to overcome this man, Jesse Mendes, who's done damage to the top end of the leaderboard in the past.
He has, and he's got a fierce backhand coming up against one of the most consistent guys so far in 2019.
Dreamy conditions here for the round of 32, and we have Jordy Smith up at the moment on a good size wave to kick things off against Jesse Mendes, the last heat of this round, trying to get himself into that round of 16. Recovers to get the completion on that final manoeuvre.
Jordy Smith, bottom turn, out of the lip. Looks like a board that he's been riding most of the year. How's the stability to read what the board was going to do there and ride out? Very impressed. I think that's signs to come of once Jordy gets a section completely right, he's going to be on fire. Up, Indo at the lip. Just gets held up a little bit to really fire out of the lip. Has to drop it down. And this one here, up into a heavy lip like that to go to reverse, really hard to do. And this is hard to do too. Come from a position on the wave like that, just getting really low to his board, centered over the middle, and that's how he's been able to ride out of that.
Jordy Smith up again without priority, picking this one off. Up into this first section, beautiful big carve to get started. That tail wanted to release, he pushed it so hard, but just held it in. And now looking to finish this one off. And he likes the feel of it. Luke, just looking at Jordy's condition at the moment physically, I don't think we've ever seen him in a better spot. Working with Kid Pellegro over there in Hawaii, now that he's living on the North Shore, and I think the results speak for themselves. That first ride where Jordy went into that recovery mode.
You're exactly right, Ron. Look at this. Beautiful carve. Wow. Just overpowering that board. Straight back up in the lip. Comes around for another carve. Really smart, getting his wave count up in this first 5 minutes of the heat. Little fist pump. You watch the power that goes into this carve. Damn, it's had to kind of take the pedal off the metal on the last bit. The ball was starting to slide. And just finishes off, keeping the wave neat, so to speak. But really enjoying watching Jordy Smith this year. Spoken about all year of the commitment to changing up his like training for the beginning of the year, moving the family, changing location to be in the right spot to get him as good as he's ever been for the start of 2019.
Seen a lot of solid carving turns.
It certainly looks like it to me. If not, it's been a copy.
All right, let's see how Jesse Mendes responds here. Nice first turn. Glides through that backhand arc. Just trying to mix things up. Needs a big finish. Gets up on top of the section, brings it down. Composure from the Brazilian. Because Jordy Smith is really trying to apply some pressure early here, throwing down some big, powerful turns. That was a nice answer from Jesse.
Desperate to head towards the quarterfinals. Great snap out at the top. Carves it around, gets himself in a nice position for another little hack. And that's a really difficult section to finish and complete on the inside there at Karamas.
Very narrow lead, and he gave priority up on this one.
Oh, just a little too under that wave.
Waves approaching at the moment. Jesse Mendes has himself in a position of priority, and he's only looking for a 5.9 to get himself into the lead. Big section standing up here. Beautiful backhand snap to get started. A lot of power in that one. The wave flattening out just for a moment, but Jesse transitioning nicely. Really hoping that he gets another big opportunity here on the inside. Sticks the float, gets a little caught up in that white water, but holds on to let the judges know that he's got the make. But love the way he kicked that one off. I mean, compare that to his 4.43 and consider that he's only chasing a 5.9. This could go close. That first turn was money.
We spoke about it before, Ron, and he knew this first turn had to be on fire, and yes, it was above the lip. A lot of aggression. Comes around, snaps another turn. That first turn was amazing. Best turn we've seen from Jesse Mendes yet. And realised he's got to up the ante if he wants to catch up to Jordy Smith and be in this heat. This first turn, absolutely on fire. Pulls the front shoulder around, the arm goes up, and this pit here just puts a lot of power and aggression into hitting the lip. And then after that job's done, you've got to take the drop, and then after that, progress really smooth into that transition for a great open face carve.
Welcome back. Jesse Mendes has chipped away at the requirement and now is after a 4.73 out of this ride to get ahead of Jordy Smith. Nice barrel, finds the opening, banks off the foam on the roundhouse, but that wave splits in half and doesn't really provide much on the inside. Jordy's been waiting patiently now with priority. He's ripped into a couple of waves, but hasn't really banked huge scores. Look at the replay of Jesse's ride.
Nice little drag of the body there to get him deep in the pit. Couldn't get much deeper in that one, but there's not much left after it.
Many other options than just taking off and locking yourself into the barrel, but they have been scored pretty well. And Jesse Mendes, he benefited from that on that last exchange. But Jordy's up now, and he goes down on that first turn. And I think that is the gravity of the situation.
Pretty much best score of the heat.
Scrambling now. Desperate. This will be his last shot at it. Drives up into the first section. The wave flattens out. You can read Jordy's lips. You know that he's upset. Not happy with this one. Making his way in with 40 seconds to go. He can't believe it.
Needing the best score of the heat to get the lead back. I just can't see it.
Jesse Mendes causing another upset. The round of 32 has had plenty of them. And we'll see at the top seed.